Oh my God. Um, so I would only be like 8 days-ish past ovulation. I literally just woke up. So we had an oopsie last week, and I looked at my calendar in my planner because I hadn't started using an app. I literally got my period back in August, 3 months past ovulation, or good God, 3 months postpartum. I literally just got my period back, so I didn't start using an app yet, and I was just marking it down in my planner. And we had an oopsie on Sunday, and I looked the next morning, and I was supposed to start from what I had before pregnancy, like how I ovulated. I tracked all that and stuff. And I usually ovulated exactly 2 weeks after my period ended. And that was supposed to be Monday. And I had some cramping that day, and I had some cramping Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, and I've cramped ever since. And so I was like, oh my gosh. And then I started having really bad back pain. I got car sick on Saturday. I've been nauseous. And then yesterday I started TMI. I started having diarrhea. Oh my God. We did not want to start trying again until March. We want them close in age, which is fine. But I didn't want them this close in age. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to think right now. Do I tell my husband or do I wait another day to see if it gets darker? Like, that's like, I wanted to, like, so happy for the next baby, which I am happy. But, like, I wanted to be so happy, and I wanted to, like, do all this stuff and surprise him in, like, a super cute way, because with Selah, I was in such shock that I literally, he was on second shift. He's at work right now. It's like 7:30 in the morning. And I was in such shock. He was on second shift, so he was home. I tested then at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And I was literally bawling my eyes out, ran into the bedroom, shoved the pregnancy test in his face. He was like, what the heck's going on? So I wanted this to be like a cuter experience. And now I'm like, let me take my 5-month-old to the store so that I can get some cute stuff to tell my husband that I'm pregnant. 5 months postpartum. Okay, well, I'll update you guys. So I'm still here, standing in shock. I just knew. It's so funny. With Selah, I had no clue. And I knew. The very next day, we literally had sex, and the very next day, I was like, I'm pregnant. Like, I had like 20 seconds of cramping, and then the cramping just got like more intense as the week went. Not like intense, but longer periods of cramping. And like the back pain was intense, and I was nauseous, and I just knew. I cannot believe I actually knew. Like, before I got pregnant with Selah, just so many times of being like, oh my God, I think I'm pregnant. And then I would, take a test and it was negative. But I literally, the next day I knew. I was like, I'm pregnant. It's just, I'm in shock. My mind is so blown. And all of this TMI, because my husband forgot he was supposed to pull out. He forgot that I wasn't pregnant anymore. Oh my God. Literally, like the handful of times we've done it postpartum. I had such a traumatic birth that I was terrified to have sex postpartum. And so here we go again. Oh my gosh. I'm in shock. My hand's shaking. I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but oh my god. Cutie, look. Look. That's your little... Oh, don't put it in your mouth. There's pee on there. It's got the cap on it, so... That's your little brother or sister. Yeah? Are you excited? Because mommy's about to have a panic attack. Yeah. Oh, girl. You just tossing it everywhere. Yeah, the line is still there. Sayla's trying to focus on you. Obviously, it's not going to go anywhere, but... Only a couple days past ovulation, so I'm gonna keep testing and... Hi. The biggest debate in my head right now is if I tell Jeremy or if I give it a couple more days to kind of get like a thicker line. I don't know why I would do that. I don't know what it would do. I guess because I know he would be like, oh, well, she's cute. He'd be like, oh, well, yeah, you're pregnant, but it's a really thin line. So he would be like, let's just wait a couple more days and make sure that the line's getting darker, which is reasonable. I mean, I literally just had a baby. I don't know if that increases your risk of a miscarriage. I really don't know. I don't know that I could handle that mentally right now. We'll see. I'll update. So, I just tried calling my stepdad because he's the person I call for everything. If you don't know, my mom passed away when I was 12. But he's at work, and I knew he was at work. My childhood best friend hasn't talked to me since Sayla was 2 months old. My college best friend doesn't care about baby. I honestly don't know what she would say. I think the saddest part, I already feel super hormonal. I was not very emotional with Sayla's pregnancy, and I already feel like I'm way more emotional with this pregnancy. The saddest part is I don't feel like I have anyone I can talk to. Obviously, I can talk to my husband, but he's at work, and what's he gonna say? Like, I don't want this to be a negative reaction to pregnancy, but I think I'm sad because I don't have anyone to call this time. My husband, I told him, and then I called my childhood best friend, and she answered right away and was so positive and supportive. And Sayla's reaching out to me. Oh, that's her butt. She just got her diaper changed. Hi. I just did not want to get pregnant this soon after, and obviously I'm gonna keep it, like, no doubt about it. But my hormones are still trying to get back to normal. My uterus is still trying to get back to normal. I'm happy. I'm happy that I was able to get pregnant again, and I feel so blessed that these little chunks are going to be so close in age like we wanted, but I just feel really alone. Are you okay? Are you okay? Hi, baby chunk. Hi, baby chunk. Are you ready to eat? To grab into those toes? Hi. I love you, baby chunk. She's so worried about me. She's like, what is wrong, Mama? Hi. I love you. Oh. I love you. Dee, dee, dee. She's so worried about me. She really is. I love you. Look. No. So just took the dogs out, got dressed, everything. About to head to Starbucks to get a little drink, cream-based. I don't like the coffee anyways. And then we are gonna go drop one off for Jeremy at work and show him the test because I'm super impatient and I just do not want to go through this without him. I thought about just waiting a couple days, letting the line get darker, telling him, but I am impatient, which is why we found out her gender when we wanted to wait till birth, and I need him to support me. And what are you doing? I just need him by my side right now. So we are headed there. I wish I had like a big sister shirt or something cute. Don't even look at my house. It's a mess. The dishes. I have not been able to catch up with the dishes. We've been eating at home more instead of eating out. Anyways. He's got really good line eyes though. So I don't think it'll be an issue for him to see it. But I am going to film it just to kind of... He knows that I've been thinking, girl, why are you rubbing my eye with your hair? He knows I've been thinking I'm pregnant, so it's not going to be that much of a shock to him. But here we go. Are we off to see Daddy? Off to get Starbucks. Here we go. At this point, I had decided not to tell him, but he knows me so well that he sees something's wrong with me.
Thank you. You okay? Huh?
How do you know something's wrong?
Because I can see something's wrong. What's wrong? You look like you've been crying. Well, Jesus Christ.
I told you.
Jesus Christ.
I told you I felt pregnant.
Jesus Christ. Well, you wanted it soon, so they're going to be close next for sure. Not what I was expecting to see today.
No, me either.
Jesus Christ. I don't know how to handle this one. Well, you better have a little brother or sister.
She smiled when I told her after I took it.
Alright, let me go back inside. Yeah. How are we going to break the news to everybody?
I don't plan on telling them for... This is just going to be us to enjoy for the next, like, 12 weeks. Okay, so I just got my blood work drawn. I ended up calling my OB. I took another pregnancy test at like 10:30, so like 3 hours after the first one, and it was full-on negative, which I read if you're that early and you like chug water, it can make you like dilute your pee so much that it'll come out negative. Since I'm only 8 DPO, that's probably what happened. Since the first urine pee was very obviously a positive. So they sent me to my primary building, which they're connected to my primary, to get some blood work done. And it's 3:50 now. She said it should come back by 5 o'clock. If not, she's going to call me at like 7:30 in the morning. It will go to my email, my portal. She told me not to look because she could tell how anxious I was, but I'm impatient. So I'm probably going to end up looking. So I'll probably update when I get the numbers back and figure out what's going on. But Jeremy's at home with Sayla, and I'm headed back home to her now. So, do you want to tell your daddy? Rah! 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 Mommy looks like a lion with all this hair.
What you doing?
So it is the next morning, and I just took another at-home pregnancy test. I feel like I can see the tiniest little line on it, like, but I do not know. The test that I took yesterday wasn't old, it wasn't expired. I'm still waiting for her to call me about the blood work. I'm not sure what's going on. I kind of feel like maybe my body was trying to do something and then stopped, because I'm not having as much cramping. I was literally cramping every single day after after we had sex. I literally cramped every single day. It got worse and worse and worse. So if it's just like a super early like miscarriage. I did get the blood work done yesterday, so we'll see what the numbers said yesterday. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's weird for me to be sad because we didn't really want it this soon anyways, but I don't know. I guess it's just the not knowing. I don't know. I'll update. Okay, so I've gotten dressed. I fed Sayla. We're actually matching today, which I didn't plan, but it's super cute. I sent the picture to some other people, and they said they could also see like the faintest, tiniest little line, but it was definitely lighter. So I still haven't heard back from the nurse. If she doesn't call me by 9:30, Sayla goes down for her nap at 9:30. I'm going to call and see if they have gotten anything. I've been checking the online portal and nothing's been posted there either. So definitely looking like it might be like a chemical pregnancy, which I don't even know. I don't know why I'm so sad. I wanted to lose some weight because I didn't want to go back to the high risk OB that I had to go with to Sayla, all because my BMI was too high. That's the only reason I was there. They were awful. None of my friends liked them. They never answered the phone. I had to go to the labor and delivery triage so many times because nobody would call me back or talk to me. And so, I don't want to go back there, so I wanted to lose some weight before the next pregnancy, which is really hard to do because I'm breastfeeding and I'm hungry all the time. I wanted to wait until I was at least 8 months postpartum so that my uterus had time to heal, which is like February, March, which is when we were initially going to start trying again. I have a lot of anxiety, so, and of course, like my husband wasn't upset about it. As you could see, he was like happy. I think it's just a normal feeling. I think like we want to get pregnant again, and to see the positive line, but then to see it get later. And I've had a miscarriage before, but I didn't test like that. Like I knew I was miscarrying from that one because I started bleeding really bad. But I'm only like 9 days past ovulation. I don't even know if I'm gonna start bleeding, because am I even like far along enough for anything? I might like pass a blood clot or something. I'm not even sure. I have to just like wait and see. But I am still 90 PO. So it is still very early. So we could still be going strong. Not strong, obviously. I don't know. Maybe I just had pent up HCG yesterday. Maybe everything will be okay. And everything will be okay anyways. Even if it's a chemical pregnancy. I don't know. I'm blabbering because the only person I'm here with is Selah, and I don't have another adult to talk to other than like through Messenger. So everything's gonna be okay. Obviously, I'm sad. It is sad to see a positive test and then for it to turn negative. But I'm gonna call her at 9:30 if she doesn't call me first and see what they say, and I'll update them. Okay, so I told y'all that we were matching, so of course I had to show you. Taylor! Hi! There's so much junk. Her little toys are over here. She's distracted. Sayla, look! Hi, Doogie. Hi. Oh, you're beautiful. Yeah. Are you matching with Mama? This is the first time we've ever matched. Usually she's matching with Jeremy. I don't know why. So many clothes that are the same color. And I do not. But yeah, I just had to show you the cuteness. So one of the nurses just called me back from my OB's office. She said it could very well be a chemical pregnancy, but she is going to talk to the provider again and see what he recommends. She said, worst comes to worst or whatever, just take another test in like 2 days and kind of see what's going on, because it is still super early. So it could just be a very, very early chemical pregnancy that I just happened to catch because I tested at 8 days past ovulation, which not a lot of women do. I'm very uncomfortable today. I'm having different kind of cramps than I've been having the past couple days. Like it's more pain than like implantation. It's more like period pain. So I'll be intrigued to see what happens over the next couple days. But that's all I've got so far. But it's looking like it's definitely probably just a chemical pregnancy. So she just called me back. Literally, it only took her like 2 minutes to call me back. I love this place. I love how quick they are and responsive and everything. But she just called me back. She said that he recommends testing again in a week. I'm sorry. I'm eating Oreos for breakfast because that's the vibe this morning. He said to test again in 1 week, and if it's still positive or a faint positive or anything like that, then they will do a repeat blood and try to figure out what's going on. So I guess this is the start of a vlog, and I will update you guys in 1 week. What? Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give it here. Give it here. Give it here. Okay, so it has been a couple days. I think the last test that I took was on Friday, and it's now Monday. I did take another test this morning and it was very negative. I believe that one on Friday I still saw like a really, really tiny line. So I took that test at 8 days past ovulation. I actually took some earlier than that, but obviously they were negative because you don't normally get a positive that early. I just happened to test at 8 days past ovulation, and there was a line, and I just had a feeling that I was pregnant. I knew I had all this cramping, so I knew something, it didn't feel right, but I definitely felt pregnant. And then I tested about 3 hours later, and then I called my OB because it was negative, and she said that is very common. It definitely was not an indent line. It was very much, as you could see, a line. And she said that was very common this early on, that, you know, you drink a lot of water and you dilute your pee, and then the HCG kind of gets out of your urine after. That's why they say to use your first morning pee. And definitely a chemical pregnancy because I am still so early. I probably never would have known if I hadn't had a feeling and started testing really early. Chemical pregnancies are extremely common. 1/3 of all pregnancies are chemical pregnancies, so they are considered extremely common. If I hadn't tested that day, I probably never would have known. The other thing is when I tested Friday, it was probably about 3-4 hours later, I started bleeding. And I didn't bleed very long, I guess because I was still super early. But I did start having some bleeding after that. And then everything's kind of been normal. I'm having some cramping today. Just like some little bit of cramping. I guess probably just my body trying to like restart after everything that happened. So, and it's very sad. I am sad, obviously, but you know, like I said, it's very common. I never would have known if I hadn't tested, and we did not want to get pregnant this early after having Selah. It's very sad to think of like, what could this baby have been? But chemical pregnancies happen because something's not right. Something wasn't right with the sperm, something wasn't right with the egg, something's not right with my body at the time. So it happens for a reason, and I feel like it's not talked about very often. I feel like people are like, oh, chemical pregnancy. Sorry, I'm fidgeting. People are like, oh, chemical pregnancy, you were barely even pregnant, it doesn't matter. It still affects your emotions, and your emotions are very valid. And it is very sad. And I even had one of my friends, her friend, went through like an early loss, and she didn't understand. She's very scientific, and she was like, you were barely even pregnant. Why are you so upset about this? And I feel like a lot of people kind of have that mindset, but it's still very sad. I mean, you knew you were pregnant for however long, and you, especially if you wanted it, or, you know, it's a very controversial topic, but I feel like people kind of push chemical pregnancies under the bus because you're not pregnant for very long, for maybe like a week max for like a chemical pregnancy. So it is sad. Your emotions are valid. Your feelings are valid. It's sad, and it's okay. It's okay to be sad about it. So that's everything I've been going through this past like week and a half. And I have been sad, but I have like depression and anxiety to begin with. Still want to do all of those things before we get pregnant again. So this little bean would have been a blessing, but at the same time, maybe it's a blessing that we didn't get pregnant. obviously my uterus was very angry for like a week there. So something wasn't right. My uterus was like, nope, we're not having that baby yet. And it was probably for the best. So if you've had a chemical pregnancy, I just want you to know that your feelings are valid. Whether you're happy about it, whether you're sad about it, it's okay. Your emotions are valid.